What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Shawna Speaks, and this is the Male and Female Perspective Podcast. And I am here with my dope co-host, Just Comply.
What's up, Shauna?
What's
How you
going
doing
on?
today?
What's going on, Comply? What
Good
we talking
evening.
about?
Good evening.
Good evening. What we talking about
How
today,
you,
Comply?
we are talking about we can't be friends,
We can be friends. You
like
know how we
RL
do.
and Deborah Cox. Let's
Yes.
get it.
Let's
Let's
go.
let's get it. What's going on, my good people? This is Just Comply with the male and female perspective, and I'm here with my dope co-host slash host, Shauna Speaks. How you doing, Shauna?
What's up, Comply?
How's your Thursday going?
Thursday.
Thursday,
We
Friday
late, y'all.
Eve.
We had some technical difficulties this week.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not Taco Tuesday.
We here though. We here.
It's Chicken Thigh Thursday. Chicken Thigh Thursday, y'all. Chicken Thigh Thursday.
Let's not put that in the universe. so, so
going
our
on?
subject for today. Before we get started, though, thank you to everyone that has subscribed, followed, liked, shared, commented, gave feedback. We definitely appreciate it. If you could continue to do so, we're just trying to, we're trying to get to 100. That's where we're at. Our goal right now is 100 subscribers. If we could get to 100, we would definitely appreciate it.
That's right.
Um,
Everything else goes follow after that. That first
Everything
100 be
follows after.
tough. But we
Right,
thank you for the
right,
22.
right. We thank the 22 that we got. Please
That's a
keep.
good thing. Yeah.
Yes. So our subject for today is going to be we can't be friends, and I asked that in a question form. We can't be friends.
We can't
Talking
be
about
friends.
men and women,
We can't be friends.
especially single men and women, right?
Oh, you flipped it.
Yeah, I threw that
Oh, we can't be
caveat in there,
friends.
right? Because
We can't be friends. Yeah, let me hear this.
I heard a discussion not too long ago in
Mm-hmm.
regards to this particular topic,
Okay.
and there was a lot of men that was like, no, um, women can't just be friends with men, and men just can't be friends with women unless the woman is the one that puts the man in the quote unquote friend zone.
Friend zone.
Right.
I heard
Because
Steve Harvey say that too.
because typically the man is pursuing you from an attraction side of things, right?
Right,
So
right.
if I'm pursuing you from an attraction side of things, then 9 times out of 10, I want something from you, and you know what that something is, right?
You want a
Now
cake?
it's the we're not
What's some
doing
cake?
this.
You said you want some cake?
I mean, cookies, pie,
Cookies? Pie?
you know,
Let me get some of that sweet
some
potato
juice.
pie. Juice?
Hey, break me out one of them
Want some
Capri
water?
Suns, give me some water, something,
You
you
stick your
know.
hand out my cookie jar.
I'm just saying though,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the time, more times than not, if a man is in the friend zone
Mm-hmm.
with a female, it's because she's put him there and he's accepted that role just to be a part of her life, right?
Okay, that part makes sense. Yep. Oh.
I was waiting for you because I saw you
Oh,
shake
oh,
your
no,
head, so
I'm
I was ready
waiting.
for the rebuttal.
Oh, it's rebutting.
Okay, come
The rebutting is about the butt. Okay. I agree with most of it. So what I thought we talking about we can't be friends after a breakup. right? So this is good.
And
So yeah, we could with
and
that
we'll
that could
go.
go.
We'll
Yeah,
shift
we'll
there.
we'll
Yeah.
segue into it.
Hmm.
I absolutely believe now of understanding what it is, because in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, I got guy friends, but then you think about the guy friends you truly have, right? And women, is either someone that you dated and you're not dating anymore and y'all became friends, but y'all know something had to happen that keep y'all not together anymore.
Hmm.
Or you have friends that you are absolutely not attracted to.
Hmm.
And if you are attracted to said friend, only space and opportunity. Now, if you'd asked me this question about maybe about a few years ago, oh yeah, I would have been like, no, because you could be a friend. But then I thought about it, and now I'm in my intelligence era. Yeah, pow, pow. I'll tell you, it's a good place to be, ladies. It's a good place to be. Free yourself. But nah, seriously. Yeah, I do agree that that men and women is really kind of hard to be friends if there's an attraction there. But
Hmm.
but on the flip side, for a man, if a man is not attracted to said woman, then she kind of is put in the friend zone too. Because you're not gonna just say that we put you on the friend zone. Because if you're not
Hmm.
attracted to a woman, if you don't like big girls, or she big, or she handsome, you're not attracted to her either. You gonna you gonna keep him in the friend zone. I said what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like calling nobody ugly. I just
I,
say they handsome.
I don't disagree. You know.
So
Um.
friend zone. Yeah, it's friend
Yeah.
zone. Friend
You're
zone, end
very.
zone.
Yeah. If you're a comely woman,
A
that's
who?
another
A
word for
what?
hand. Comely.
I like. Okay.
Comely.
Yeah, see, you teach me a lot of words on this show. I'm gonna have to look that up later because I'm gonna use it all day tomorrow at work.
you know.
See if somebody pick
If
up on
you
it.
if you one of them, then okay, yeah, then all right, yeah, you might have a good personality or whatever, it might be it might be advantageous to me to keep you in the corner pocket, if I need a ride somewhere or something. Oh, sorry,
Wow,
my
not
bad.
a
But
ride. Why? You know what, y'all men, y'all need to stop this. Let me get this mic closer. Why? Why every time? This is going. I don't want to change this. What we talking about? You got me stuttering over here. Why every time? I'm so mad right now. Why every time with y'all men? I can't even get the thing off the thing. Hold on, y'all. Why every time when y'all don't want us, y'all gotta find some reason, some way to use us?
I need resources. You gotta
What?
be resourceful. Like,
What you said the word is conversations? What's the word? Did you say be conversational?
no, I didn't.
What word you said? That word, the new word that I'm looking up.
Comely, Comely.
That word.
The comely
Handsome.
women, right?
But
Handsome,
then you still get a ride from me.
but yeah, because I mean, you
Ladies,
have
y'all better
some.
listen to what you listening to, okay?
Look,
These men
I'm. You know
use
me.
us. You
Hey,
gotta listen
look,
to what they be saying.
I'm one
Just
of those
leave
that's gonna.
leave my handsome self alone. If you don't, you
I'm gonna
can't
pull
get
the
no ride
curtain
in my
back.
car.
Hey,
Comply.
dap you up real quick. Give you some dap real quick. Hey, you need a
And
couple of
you gonna
dollars for
dap
this?
me? Wow.
You need a
That's
couple of
crazy.
dollars for. You need a couple of dollars for
Well, if
gas.
I'm handsy, you might as well just give me a bro hug.
Might as well. I mean, church hug, bro hug. You know what I mean?
What?
Give you the
Jesus is
head
not
nod. If,
pleased. Mm-mm.
give you the head nod if you know.
That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. You bugging out right now.
Look, I'm the person that's gonna pull the curtain back. A lot of men wouldn't tell y'all these truths. I'm gonna tell it to you.
Yeah, but it's true. I hate it. I be on the part on the TikTok all day listening to how we are so everything. We had this conversation before in many episodes before about what y'all deem us to be, and whatever box some men put us in. I won't say all. The box that those men put us in, I'm okay with not being everybody's cup of tea, because some of y'all might like
Right,
coffee, some of y'all might like Kool-Aid, water,
right.
whatever.
Mhm.
I'm okay with whatever box, or not being your person, or not being your type.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't like is once your box is empty,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't use up that particular box, now you come over here to my box that you don't like
Mm-hmm.
that's in the closet, the storage box. Now
Right.
you want to come and pick me up and play around with me. Leave us alone. That's the
Now,
only thing I have a
yeah,
problem with.
yeah,
And I
yeah, I
think
agree
that's
with that.
and I guess women are wrong too, because they say when we put y'all in the friend zone box, we use you for heavy lifting, and
For,
can you come
for
over here and move the
exactly,
refrigerator?
that's
He be
exactly
in
what
here on his
happened.
knees
I'm
chasing little
six,
mice,
right? I'm
spiders in the
six foot
corner.
seven, so you gotta get stuff off the
I'm
top of the
from a cupboard. Can you
refrigerator and
come and
stuff.
get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cupboard?
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tyrone. Hey, I was wondering. I got some
I'm
laundry that
about
I
to
need
move
lifting
tomorrow.
tomorrow. You
Mm-hmm.
think you free? And this dude been trying you all year. You moving? He gonna
And
be there.
and you know,
He
without a
like,
shadow of a
I
doubt,
spend the night if you need me to.
I'm,
No, it's
bruh.
okay. No, you sure? Because I want to make sure I get him on time.
I'll move the whole house if you want me to.
Put it on my back.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what you're doing. You know your appeal, and you know that you ain't gonna get nothing long term. So it's a two-sided thing. Like, you know what I mean?
The
It's a
manipulation
two-sided
is
thing. This
real.
says as long as I know that I can get the milk from the cow for free, why am I going to sit up there and pay for it? You know, and that's what happens on both sides of this equation. Like, we do it, and I'll admit that we do it because I've done it. You
So what
know,
about so you trying to so what you saying right now is that everybody that's a friend, or okay, so we talking about friends. We're not talking about coworkers and acquaintances. We talking about people that we hang out with, have some type of rapport with. If there's an attraction there, we're in trouble. And if it's not an attraction on either side, then we safe.
if there's an attraction there, there's going to be trouble. And here's where I'm about to
Trouble.
dive into this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
There's a reason why most, especially men,
Mm-hmm.
but you could speak to the female side of it because you'll know that part better than me.
Okay.
But on the men's side, there's a reason why if you get with a woman and she has a male best friend, we are we have issue with each other unless he is the type that play for the other team.
Mm. Yeah.
Then we got a problem with this. And the
Oh,
reason why
men
we
got.
have
Oh.
you know
Okay.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying?
I got you. Okay. I had to understand. I think I had missed it, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. So you say men
Mm-hmm.
that's with a woman that have male best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Your man is gonna have a problem because
He's gonna have a problem with it.
it's either in the two categories you just said.
Right.
Right. So what about if I got a male best friend that I'm not attracted to? Yes, it's still a problem. Or
The
y'all don't
problem
know
is
if I am or not.
right.
Or
We don't know. And then the other part is that, see, you have to understand the male ego. I don't want nobody having that much access to my woman like that. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people that will make you choose,
Mm-hmm.
or they will be like, you know what? Either you gonna deal with my best friend, be okay with it,
Mm-hmm.
or we're not gonna have a relationship, and think that that's okay. Not so we'll give you an ultimatum as far as,
Mm-hmm.
so okay, if you want to be with me, you gotta also be friends with this person. They gotta approve of you and all this other stuff like that. Like,
Right.
all of
Like I
these
need to
other
meet you or
dynamics
have
come into,
like, yeah.
yeah.
I understand. I've been there before because so I could tell it for twofold. I have a male best friend.
Okay.
But when we are single and we talk on the phone because he don't live here,
Mm-hmm.
we cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can hang out if you come to the city, vice versa. We cool. If he's in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship, then we disperse. We just send texts on birthdays, kids' birthdays, and anniversaries,
Okay.
Christmas, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We because we understand that part may be an issue
Right.
for our counterparts, especially
Mm-hmm.
with our history from being friends and also dating when we were younger in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So we understand that it may be an issue, right? Now, when friends, I've known his wife. at the time. Could call the house, ask for him, speak to her, speak to him. It was that type of, but I still didn't overstep his boundary or my boundary when it came to that.
Right.
Then on the flip side, I had the same issue with it being on my end, and the same thing you're saying, having an issue like, oh, you got a best friend, and my ex at the time not caring to meet him because he could, but then when that was an issue, I knew to say, hey, I wasn't like, well, this is my best friend, and I wanted to say that even when I was younger, but I knew that it would be disrespectful because, yeah, I'm with this person, and this is the person that I'm picking. So in kind of sense, I am picking him over my best friend, but I know that if I need my best friend, he'll be there. So it was like, okay, hey, I'm dating now, so don't be calling all this time of night or whenever you think you can call me. Like, you got to put that down. I think that's where the respect happens. But for me to say, okay, I can't have a male best friend because I'm with you, I think that part I won't never agree to unless I'm married.
Right.
But
Right.
like keeping conversation and acknowledging and not being sneaky and letting you know, yeah, I feel that that's fair. But you
Right.
may have something different. I don't know.
Right. And so my question in regards to that is because that is going to always depend on the person that you decide to date or
Yeah.
to get with. You know what I mean? Because everybody moves and operates differently in regards to how their feelings and emotions are, or how secure they are in their manhood, or whatever that may
Absolutely.
look like. Right. So let's just say for the sake of being devil's advocate, that a person did come and it was like, hey, yo, like, I ain't feeling that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not feeling the relationship dynamics between the two of you, as far as you and your male best friend. And say you felt the same way about this person and his female
Female
best
best
friend.
friend.
How do y'all work through that?
Well, you mean, well, like I said, if I put a boundary on not hanging, not talking to him except birthdays and holidays, which I text everybody, Father's Day. I mean, what more you want me to do? Like, I'm not gonna end my friendship with my best
Right.
friend. I'm not gonna hang with him and call him because I know that will make you feel uncomfortable. But I'm not gonna end my 30+ year friendship.
Right.
That's an insecurity for me. Now, if I'm now, I had my ex had a female best friend that would call all the time. This was when I was younger, like call all the time, and
Excuse me.
it was something about how it was. It was like, well, if she's dating, she always wanted to do stuff with her kid and his kid and him, and then and not wanted to meet me, or when you didn't want to meet me or invite me to certain things, then that's when I knew it was a problem. And I was
Yeah.
like, nah, she like you, she wants you, she trying to make this
Right.
a family thing because she
Right.
not too forward with meeting me, and then even time speaking to me while if they were together on the phone, because I made the assumption like, hey, I'm not comfortable, I feel in my woman's instinct, she want more. Now so
Right.
I went from bugging, I'm crazy, I'm insecure, all the stuff I was called. And then coming down the line, he had to humble himself and say, yeah, she made a pass at him, or insinuated like, she could, like wanted to be with him and da 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 da. And what was it about me that wasn't about her? That lingo. So yeah, so I could see, but from his standpoint, going back to what we just said, he wasn't attracted to her like that because
Right.
he liked big girls. He liked plump women, and she wasn't. She was small.
Right.
That was what he told me. I don't even go by what he told me. But I mean,
Right.
for him to tell me the truth, I appreciated it. But then it was like, you done told me this after I already told you already, and I was everything else except a child of
Right.
God,
You already peeped. You already peeped what was going on.
and I was every name.
Right.
So, and this is
So
the
let me
problem.
flip the.
Okay, no, okay,
Go
flip
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is when I have a problem when some men say, and this could be another conversation where I hear men go, "Oh, women don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth." I'm a beg to differ. I want to know the truth. I would absolutely respect the truth. What I have a problem with is if I say something to you when I know what it is, and I'm telling you this is what it is, and now I get cold and gaslit, and I'm everything, and you trying to manipulate me to believe what you want me to believe. Then you come back with your tail between your legs saying I was right. I'm
Right.
a flip after that. Because
Yeah.
you done made a problem for us when I'm
Right.
telling you in my intellectual self that I'm okay and tell me the truth. That's
Right.
where women get mad. That's why we flip. But I
So
digress. That's
I'm
a whole nother conversation we can have
yeah,
next
because
time.
we gonna
Yeah.
flip from that one just
Okay.
only because of the fact that I can tell you from the short time that I have talked to you that you are an outlier. You are not the median.
I'm a
You are
liar.
not you you are not the median. You are not the norm.
Right.
You are the person that's outlier.
I know what you mean. I
You
know.
know what I mean? Like because when I tell you that there are a lot of people and it's people. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just women. It's a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
that say they want to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're really actually saying is they want to hear the truth the way that they can handle it.
Now that's a good way to say it.
You know
I
what I
like
mean?
that way.
That's
Yeah,
what they're
because you don't
saying.
know
They
how the shock factor is gonna hit you.
get what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
some people,
Be like,
they
I can't
want the
believe you just said that.
they want the truth, but they want the fluffy truth. They don't want that raw,
Yeah,
uncut.
they want it with a bow on it.
Right.
Yeah, they want the ish with
And
a bow
so,
on it and still
right,
stink. Yeah, I get it.
right. So
Yeah, they want it the
as
way they
long
can
as
handle it.
right, as long as it can cushion my feel, like as
Mm-hmm.
long as you cushion it to suit my feelings, then I can handle it. But not everybody is that particular type whatsoever, and there's a
Yeah,
lot of people that is
yeah.
that way.
But I
So,
can honestly
I
say that every time I've had wanted. So this is the thing. When I wanted the truth, I'm absolutely prepared myself. So I'm gonna say this to the ladies. Let me give you a tip. Don't ever ask a man for the truth when you haven't done the work to be prepared for whatever he's going to say. Don't ask a question. It's like a woman go, do I look fat in this dress or do I look bad in this dress or how does dress
then
look
you
on
have
me?
not prepared yourself for what
And
may
you
come out of my
really,
mouth.
right. Do you really want you? Cause so now my thing is, if you know your man give you compliment on a particular dress, and if you ain't wear it about 5,000 times, you wore it once or twice, and now today's a day to put it on, and you want to say, hey, how I look in it, to give a shock factor because you know he absolutely like it. But if it's a dress that you never had on before, and you think you look good, and you ask him and he says no, he don't like it, you can't get mad at that. Because now that means that you manipulated to get an answer that you wanted to hear, like you just said. So I just want to say that when you are prepared for the truth, it's a different type of mentality that you got to put yourself in, and your posture got to be different in order to
Yeah.
hear it. Because there's times that I have sat with knowing that my ex cheated, had proof. Now, mind you, I was tearing the house up the day before I had to confront him. Because I was ready, because I knew once I said what I had to say, it was going to be what was going to be said. I got the proof. You can't lie. Tomorrow's
Right.
over. I'm done, right?
Right. Right.
But if I wasn't ready, and I'm not ready to end it, and I'm not ready to let him go, I'm not putting myself through that mentally. Because
Yeah.
why tell me the truth and then I'm still going to keep you?
That part.
You might as well just take the evidence and put it in your little circumstantial file and wait until you get real hardcore evidence. Don't do it to yourself. But
Yeah.
back to what we were talking about. Sorry.
But yeah, I agree with that. I agree 1,000% with that. So let's add on to the scenario, right? Now, y'all have been in a relationship.
Okay.
Y'all have done the horizontal tango a few times, whatever, and y'all split up for whatever reason. It doesn't
Okay.
even matter what the
Oh,
what
we
the
talking about
reason
exes
is.
now.
We're talking
Okay.
about exes now.
Okay.
All right. Now you are no longer together, but y'all are friends. Y'all stay in contact with each other.
Yeah, hopefully the healing is done. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Right.
Now we can't promise that,
Can't promise. But hopefully. That's the only way I could be a friend.
but the question becomes to a person that's coming into a situation that finds that out. How should they take that, or how should they receive that? Because here's my thoughts.
Oh, you saying somebody that comes in now, new relationship, to find out that you're
No,
friends with your ex?
yeah, with the person that has had a situation with you. And one of the things that, excuse me,
Bless you.
one of the things that, thank you, one of the things that I find hard to and it may be my own personal thing,
Uh-huh.
but I find it hard to wrap my mind around the fact that y'all have been together intimately with each other in
I
that
understand
manner,
that. Yeah.
and then now y'all are like best of friends or whatever else like that, to where this person still knows so much. And for me, it's like, um is there a possibility that the candle can be relit? Because if
Mm-hmm.
y'all just friends, like just imagine, like, most times you meet a person, you become friendly with them right off break anyway. That's during the attractions
Right,
phase
you
of
start
things
off,
anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all can become friendly with each other anyway, and then y'all go through whatever, or whatever the case may be, and
Mm-hmm.
then now shortly after, or however many years later, now y'all friends, and y'all like the best friends. You're always talking to this person always calling you, or whatever. Y'all do things together, whatever it's like that. As a person that's coming into that situation, like, how are they supposed to navigate with that? And should they just believe that y'all are just only friends?
Yeah, I believe that you should believe we're just only friends until you prove me wrong, or prove me right.
Hmm.
Um, but like I said, for my situation, a lot of years have played a part. Right.
Right.
This is something I was with when I was younger, not
Hmm.
currently. Like I'm talking about 20 years ago. But we talk. I could call on him if I need advice about a current relationship. But what I said in the beginning is I am very um on purpose. I'm very strategic about not making sure that the person that I'm going to be with is not going to feel any type of insecurity about that relationship.
Okay.
Like he don't got to worry rolling over, and I'm like, oh, I'm talking to no,
Right. Right.
you're not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, hey, because you talk about, hey, you got best friends? Yeah, I got a male best friend. I got two female best friends. I talk to my female best friends just as much, not even a lot, because we people marry, got relationships and everything
Hmm.
at the same way. But it won't. It's not for me going in. It won't even be a thing like to make my man feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
So now I want to ask a question. I lost my train of thought. What was I about to ask you? Now, how was it? How would you feel? I was about to say, does years does play a part?
It does. It does.
Right. Because I'm like, oh, I
So
just broke up with my ex 2 years last year, and we friends. No, and I think that'd be kind of,
yeah, and that's
yeah.
that's
But if
the
I'm like,
and
oh
that's
yeah,
what I
we
was
was
going to say.
21 and
Like, does that make a
22.
difference in the matter? Like, okay, it's been 7, 8, 9
Mm.
years
I mean, I
since
know
we were
people, baby
together, or
mamas and
whatever. It's
baby
like,
fathers that can't be together and they're friends. So
that's what I
now
was
what?
just.
And now say now me and him ain't got no kids together. But how about you and your kid's mother? Like if
I'm
y'all
glad you led into that.
if you
I'm
cordial,
glad you led me
right?
right
What am
into
I
it,
supposed to
because
say?
that's
Hey,
exactly
I want you to see your kids, but you can't go over there. Like I can't.
that's exactly where I was about to go. Is that
Okay, talk
in
about it.
my situation, me and my son's mom, we had a very checkered past.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say that that was the one woman that I could say that I was um, head over heels in love with,
Okay,
right?
I think we talked about that
And
our last podcast. Yeah.
yeah, we talked about that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
we man, that breakup was terrible. You know what I
I'm
mean? We
sure.
were petty, we were young, you
Right.
know, we was just on some other stuff, right?
Right. I'll kill
But
everybody
today,
up in here. You're breathing.
bruh, but today,
Mm-hmm.
if if I call her, we laugh and joke and stuff like that, like we've been friends all our life, like we didn't even have the problems that we had. But it took some time, it took a whole lot of work, it took
Absolutely.
all
The
of those.
healing had to
So
happen.
yeah, it had
Yeah.
to, you know what I mean? Like, I when I went out to Kansas City, and went to visit my son. I went over to a house, we just sat there, we laughed and talked, whatever, went out to eat. You go your way, I go my way.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like that. No, no, nefarious stuff going on, and none of that. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like we were just cool.
Now, how about your girlfriend back at home? Just this is just a scenario. and you come back and you tell your girlfriend at home that story.
Now, I would expect that she knows me well enough because of the fact that one, I don't have like my son's mom don't call me on the phone like that and all that other stuff like that because she don't have any reason to. Like my
Okay.
son is grown at this particular point, so all the contact that I have is with my son.
Right.
It's very sparingly that me and his mom speak. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
But when y'all get
so
together, like you said, it's like y'all could just jump right in it
right,
and start talking. So that may make somebody
but
feel
but
away.
that's when me as the man, I have to bridge that gap with
Okay.
allowing her, my new person, to know who she is, and y'all can talk. You know what I mean? I don't have any problem with it.
Talking don't mean nothing.
I need you to go ahead and speak to her the same way why you, because I mean it's the same thing. Like for me,
I know your
I
thoughts, and I could trust your
yeah,
thoughts, but I don't know what she thought. She probably saw
and
you
that's
and be
why
like, "Wow, look at him." You don't
I mean,
know.
and that's but see, it don't happen unless I let it go down. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
what you gonna do? You ain't gonna take me, so okay. You know what I mean? I'm
You
6'7",
confident, huh?
350. You
You
know what I mean? You
confident.
ain't taking me like that. You know what I
I'll
mean? You gonna
sweep you in your. I'll kick you in your knee.
it's not
You
that
crazy?
simple,
Yeah, all right.
it's not that simple. Like
All right,
then,
Thanos. Everybody got a sweet spot.
like, we got a
Okay, you ain't
sweet
got
spot,
all Infinity
and
Stones.
I know how to protect each
You ain't
one
got
of them
all.
too.
You ain't got all Infinity
I
Stones,
know how
Thanos.
to protect each one of them. And look,
Kick
and
you in the back of your knee. You'll fall
if
down like a little baby deer.
if all else fail, I'm gonna get them folks in your life. I don't have
Not
no
the
problem.
folks.
Call them
Why you
folks.
gotta put the people in the peoples?
You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
oh my goodness.
When
Okay.
look, when you
Okay,
get that
Ken.
phone, when you be on that other side of that phone call, hey, hey, Shawna, hey, Shawna.
Calling you back. Look, you put me in here. I need bail money.
I'm trying to tell you now.
I need bail money.
I ain't about that foolishness life. There
Reach
was a
around in
young
your wallet and go swipe that card, please, and get me out of
retch
here.
around, retch
Reach
around, and
around. Reach around and grab that wallet. Why you put me in here in the first place?
I'm
For a
trying to tell
kneecap
you.
kick?
Look,
I didn't pull out no weapons.
look, I'm old now. I can't recover like I used to.
Right. But
Mm-mm.
like you said, so now if you painted that picture, like and I think we all can agree that as much as secure that our mates can make us, I think we are more understanding when there's somebody playing for the other team on both ends. We're more understanding if it's a new person that you may know and I could see the history and I could and men pick up on stuff and women pick up on stuff than it being somebody that we were already connected to, like you said, in that sexual manner or any type of intimacy. Right? Because every
And
relationship
then
don't have to
also
end
on
with
top
us
of that,
laying down with each other.
yeah.
Some people
On
get
top of that, though, you got to make
emotionally
sure
connections is a lot.
that you ain't telling don't tell me no lie. You know what I mean? If
Oh
I
right, and
recognize,
now we
if I
talking,
see
yeah.
it,
You
yeah,
like,
if I
whoo, back in
see
the
it, and I'm
days,
like, hey,
boy.
yo, because that's what happened with me. Was I saw it immediately. Like I was like, yo, you and him ever? And she was like, nah, we ain't
You
never.
picked up
And
on
then
it.
come to yeah, I
Yeah.
caught it immediately. Like
Yeah.
yo, and don't
Yeah,
lie
I'm
to
not
me.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
because because now if you lied, then that makes me really think like, why you gotta lie?
yeah,
Because
definitely.
there's a lot of things that we are okay. There's a lot of things that we are insecure about as individuals, and we try to project that and put that on somebody else, and it's not fair. Because if I've been dealing with this person and I'm telling you ain't nowhere in hell we ever gonna be
Mm-hmm.
ever for whatever my reasons is why we not together, and that was years ago, and but that connection keeps us as friends because that's how we started,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm not gonna be pulled into your insecurity and then make me feel bad after I told you the truth because I didn't have to tell you anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell you that I got a male friend or vice
See, and
versa,
that's
but you did. So if
yeah,
I'm telling you forward, then believe everything I'm saying until, like you said, until I prove you wrong.
yeah,
But don't put me in a corner to lie when I
yeah.
didn't lie.
See,
So,
that's me. That's my thing. Is like,
mm-hmm.
I give you the benefit of the doubt. Whatever you
Okay.
told me is the truth. Now,
Right.
do mine. I file it away in my in my mental Rolodex
Right. You
because
be like,
you know if I need to pull it back up, eventually I will pull it back up. Like, oh
you be
wait,
like
hold on now.
T-E.
We were talking on this day at this time, and you
Right.
said this, and
Right.
this is what I asked you this because
Mm-hmm.
one of the
We had
things about
spaghetti.
me,
You was drinking tea.
yo, that's why I ask direct questions so that way I can get direct answers. So
That's
that way,
right.
if you telling me a lie, I remember what your direct answer was
And you
to
know
my
you gonna
question.
remember because when you hear it
Mm-hmm.
again, your brain gonna be like, do, 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what she said. Do, do,
That's
do,
not
do,
what you
do.
said.
That's not what he said. And
Mm-hmm.
you go. I was like, you be like, mm. You be like, okay, now I know you ain't gonna sit up here and tell me. I know what I heard, and that is
I
not
know
what you
what I heard.
said.
I know what
Lies
I know what
don't.
I asked you,
Brains don't
and I
remember
know what you said.
lies. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you know that psychology. Brains don't remember a lie unless you're a psychopath. Okay.
Unless you psycho.
All
Right.
right. If your eyes and your senses didn't pick up on an actual event, it ain't gonna remember to make up one after you done told it. Okay. So keep telling fairy tales. If it ain't in the book and you didn't read it, it didn't happen.
Right.
And people don't understand that. That happened
Yep.
to me on the phone with somebody I was dating like last year. On the phone, somebody called him early. He talking. But I pick on how people talk to people on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you talk to somebody on the phone, he's announcing the person.
Mm-hmm.
Hey ma, hey dad, hey bro, say their name, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just so ecstatic, whoever's calling him. I'm like, oh, he cheerful.
Mm-hmm.
This particular was like, hello. I was like, obviously he didn't want to talk to that person. so here, look, I'm sitting there like this, like I'm on my phone, but I'm like, toot, 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 toot.
The sonar
like,
going off.
Right. So I'm like, but we dated, so I can't, he can talk to everyone I talk to. Mind you, I'm minding my business, but I'm listening. So I'm like, well, that's not nobody he usually talk to because he didn't announce them.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you I'm missing my call. I should have been a detective. So, you get off the phone. He like, yeah, that was my mother. She wanna know if I'm going to school today. That was your mother? I said, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. You tell her I'm dropping you off. Whatever, get the car, drop him off at school. I'm going by my business. That night, here you go, remembering, right? Because I'm you're not gonna play with me, but I'm gonna get the answer out of you. So I said, how was your day? Oh, my day was good. I said, oh, that's good. I said, how's your mother and your father doing? They good? How they doing? Oh yeah, my father good. He just got off work. My mother, I ain't talked to her today, but I'm gonna call and check on her. Bruh.
Come on.
I said, you didn't talk to him, and I said, wait a minute. Let me repeat the question again. I said, oh, you didn't talk to him the other day? Nah. I said, but your mother called you today when you was on your way to school. Oh yeah, that's right. I said, why you had to lie? I said, for what? Now, I'm not even asking who it is because obviously if you had to lie, that means it had to be another female.
Mm-hmm.
Now you in my presence answering the phone for another female because you had to see the number. That's why you answered the way you answered. I said, let me tell you how I know you're lying. I said, because every time you talk to somebody, you announce everybody you talk to. But today you was mad as hell this person called you on the phone. But I digress. I left him alone right after that. It's no way. Because there was no need to tell me who it was. I didn't ask. It was no need to put your mother in it because it wasn't her.
Right. So you done lied on mama.
Not on mama. Ain't talked to her in 2 days.
and then just no sooner than
Not even 12 hours later. You don't remember.
So you told the lie. Wow.
Because it's in the back of my mind as a female, like who just called you that you're lying to. Because if I didn't ask you, as much as we want to ask women, this is another thing. As much as we want to ask a man who's on the other line of that phone, that little insecurity and maybe jealousy come in because you want to know if you're the only one, even though you're dating, you don't have a right to. But you gave me the information that I didn't even ask
Volunteered
for.
it. Right.
So now I got every right to say later on how your mama doing.
Right.
And you ain't even talked to her for two days. I said, well, your mother called because you was talking to somebody's mother on the phone. And
That's
then he couldn't
crazy
even
to
say
me.
nothing. Now his brain is like, find an answer.
All
Find an
scribble
answer.
scrabble.
He go, oh, that's right. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I said, you know what? I'm going to call you back. And I just got the phone.
No.
That's crazy. So I
Son,
get, yeah.
that's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
So you see why I'm
Yo,
by myself?
we got to do better than that.
You see
You
why
got
I'm
to be
by
quicker than that.
myself? You got
You
to be
got to be
quicker
quick.
than that.
Yeah.
Man, I could have went off, but for what? I already knew what it
Yeah.
was. If he wouldn't have
Man, what
said nothing
difference would
about
it
who
make?
it was, we wouldn't even brought. It would have just been something burning in my mind. But again,
Mm-hmm.
I had no right to ask.
Right.
But you don't put me in it by telling me a lie that I didn't even
Right.
ask for.
You offered that lie.
Because you felt you had to say something because somebody calling you this early.
And that's my issue always. Is like, why offer me a lie? You know what I mean? If I ain't asked you, then why
Right.
offer to me?
That part. So that part made me more mad.
Yeah.
More mad.
Because now you
So
insulted my intelligence.
every little part of it, that tells me without any doubt that you don't respect none of my intelligence, the person that I'm standing in front, you standing in front of, and you just believe that you just blow smoke on my butt and I'm gonna blow it out. That's how I feel. Like
Yeah.
my godfather would say, and God rest his soul, I miss him so much. He would say, "Do not pee in my face and tell me it's raining."
Right. That part.
You like that's immaturity right there.
Yeah.
But so this is weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we're absolutely saying that it's impossible for men and women to be just friends, which I mean, I'm kind of like on the fence because I could look at a guy and think that he's attractive and not want him,
Mm-hmm.
but then absolutely I feel like I could be his friend. So then it's saying that even though I feel like I could be a friend because I may not see you that way, then that's saying that a man could do everything that he could do in his power because because you're not in a bad way saying his word, you're predators, that you can make me want you down the line if we are friends.
See, I'm
Not in
more.
a bad, I'm just saying it
Yeah.
like, is
Yeah.
that a thing? Because I'm just trying to figure out, or maybe
Yeah.
I'm just being naive.
I think that there's a lot of dudes like, and I'm just call it what it is. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of dudes that you know, a woman has either turned down or her circumstances didn't allow for her and that dude to get together. He's attracted to her or whatever, say that, and
Yeah.
so he's just in her space, right?
Okay.
The moment that she becomes available, whatever I said, that you find out exactly where his motives is, right?
Mm.
Or
Okay.
if she chooses, okay, once problems start happening between her and the dude that she with, then here comes old boy with the salt or whatever. And I know a lot of females has heard this from men a lot of time where they were like, man, I've been wanting you from such and such amount of time and all this other stuff like that. And all
Mm.
they ever been doing is saying, good morning, beautiful. Hi,
Grand Rising
sweetheart.
Queen.
Grand rising queen. Hey, big head.
You
You
up?
know what I'm saying?
What you doing?
How's your day going?
WYD.
You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, you be like, what? Wait, huh?
You all right? What's
Where this
wrong?
coming from? 20 years you've been wanting, huh?
I mean, but you know what? But some of the best relationships, I guess, come out of those. Now, I won't say friend zones or people that have just kept themselves away from each other until maybe the opportune time.
But
Because I
that's
don't
the
know.
reason why us men be sitting there like, yo, like, that dude ain't just your friend. That's why we be. That's why us that's in our emotional intelligence, when we be talking to some, like, I get it.
Mm,
I get it if it's one of two things. I get it if you playing for the other team and that's your friend because
mm.
y'all have
You can't trust
difference of
them these days
interests.
either because
Yeah,
they
you
be
have a
greedy.
difference of, yeah, but
Yeah,
If you
I was like,
if
what
you go
today
down that
is? Is
road,
it today's
that's your
thongs or briefs?
yeah
Like, what you doing?
yeah. If you go down that road, that's your problem right there. You know,
Yeah.
if you know that,
Good luck.
especially right, because there are too
Mm-mm.
many things out
Yeah.
there. But
You
anyway,
by yourself
uh,
after that. I'm sorry.
right, you can have all
All of it.
that.
All of it.
You
Sheets,
know,
pillows,
comforter,
covers, cups,
forks,
forks,
food.
knives, saran wrap, washcloths,
Trying to
towels,
tell you, you
toothbrush,
know,
toothpaste. I'm
everything.
good. Everything.
Right.
Mm-mm.
But it's either that or it's the woman finds this person unattractive. She doesn't want him like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But that
And
still doesn't
that,
mean that he doesn't like her.
but
So
that
that's why it's
doesn't,
still a problem.
that part right there, that
Okay.
part right there. And
I'm
then
seeing it.
most
Because I'm
of
thinking
us
about the
guys,
experience. I'm seeing it.
right? Most of us
But it don't
guys,
matter to me.
we see it. We
But
see.
it
We
don't
know.
matter.
Right, and that's
If I
fine.
don't like
But
you, I don't like you. Ain't nothing you could do unless you're trying to be, doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. But if I don't like you,
right,
I don't like you.
right, and I could get
So,
that.
but
But
can
that's
you
why
trust
a
your
lot.
woman saying that to you though?
But
Even though you
can
know what he capable of, if he not gonna violate her, can you trust her? Like, yeah, I know she ain't. That ain't her type.
and therein lies the key. Can you trust her when she says this ain't that?
Right.
You know what I mean? How much trust do you have in her when she tells you like, yeah, I know what you may think you seeing, but
It's
this
not
ain't
that.
that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that also watching men, how y'all come together like Power Rangers and Voltron, when it come
Mm-hmm.
to certain situations, men, you're like, I'm the head, I'm the yeah, boom, y'all become one person, no matter y'all all agree. It's like that's the question. It comes from your ego,
Mm-hmm.
trust.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got insecurities, and they show
Mm-hmm.
up. And I said it today on one of the lives. I said it amazes me how young men can say certain things and it show up as insecurity, but then you cover it up under the male ego, and this is how men think. But just because
Mm-hmm.
y'all men think this way doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it's not insecure. Doesn't mean that you a
Yeah.
little jealous. Doesn't mean that you don't think you that dude, right? But
Mm-hmm.
when we say
Yeah.
that, then we don't. And I'm gonna call it out because it's the problem.
Yeah.
So even if I'm saying I don't care what this dude is saying, it's like you're telling me that I'm not strong enough, or I don't know what I don't know enough to for you to believe that you absolutely are safe if I'm in the presence of this particular guy that I call my friend, if I have
Mm-hmm.
to be in his presence. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm only not in his presence, even though I know I'm not attracted to him, because out of respect for you, because I hear how it's a bother,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's the part that I feel insulted by when men try to push that agenda on women.
Mm-hmm.
Even with a man saying this, um, if I'm dating a woman and she's dating multiple men or another guy other than me, then she for the streets. I don't want her, but I could date other women, and I've heard men say that today on TikTok, and
Yeah.
it goes together with what we talking about.
Yeah.
Because what I think we got flipped and misconstrued is that dating is just data, collecting data. But in your
Mm-hmm.
mind, not you per se, but in men's mind, they think that because if I'm with you, or I'm dating somebody else, that I'm sleeping with both of y'all or any of y'all, and I'm not sleeping with none. And I think that's
So
where it sounds like the men are going, but I don't understand that. Like if you could date multiple people, why can't I? If we're not exclusive.
So if this can make sense to you for
Mm-hmm.
just a moment, this is what
I'm
I'll say.
opening.
A lot of men will tell you that I'm competitive, but I don't want to compete.
Heard that today too. But
You
I
know,
okay.
so and I can understand what you're saying, right, in
Mm-hmm.
regards to collecting data and stuff like that, and I don't disagree with that at all. Um, because I'm not the type of person that it bothers me about the fact that you go on the date or whatever. Because for me, it's like, okay, you know what, you may find someone that may suit your needs or whatever else like that, but you ain't gonna find me. And so my confidence ain't shaken because of the fact that you're going to be on the date or whatever. Have fun, enjoy yourself. You know,
That's what
I'm
you
that
saying,
type of
but
person that I would say because
your brothers ain't saying that.
No, they're not. But that's fine. That again, I'm an outlier because of the fact that I have the most confidence in the world in myself. That you know what, no matter what, even if you find the perfect match for you, they still ain't me. You get what I
I
mean?
ain't gonna say period because that's for girls, but yes,
but
I feel the
but
same
so
way.
like it don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, I have a good time. I hope you enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
As a matter of fact, you can call me and talk to me about it. How did it go? Even if you enjoyed yourself, I don't what
I ain't
I'm
gonna
at.
do that.
Yeah, I'm not that type. See, I'm again, but when you have that assure that self assuredness
Mm-hmm.
that you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna be fine regardless of what.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a genuine care for you, that all I want is for you to be happy, even if that means that it
It's not
doesn't
with
have to
me.
be with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's genuine. That comes from a different place. So
Yeah.
I'm not using you. I don't get upset because you found happiness where you needed to find happiness. I may have been slacking. I might not have made the moves properly. I may have,
Mm.
whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right. That is true.
so there's always
That is
something that
true.
I can work on,
Mm-hmm.
but it ain't a bad reflection on me. You just found
Yeah.
what you needed in that moment in time and space, and the opportunity allowed itself to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and bam, there we go. That don't mean I'm a bad person. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you got what you needed.
Well, these TikTokers, they man, we are 304s. If we date somebody else, and I go, it's just amazing how the control. But I know that this stuff that goes on TikTok and on these certain social media platforms, it ain't going on in real life. It's not.
Not always. Not,
It's
not
not.
always. Like
No, it's
the
not. It's not like this. Like it's. I feel like I'm in jail
these
on
conversations
there.
that be held
What?
in some of these rooms be like, man, where y'all at?
Man,
What
shoot, they
universe
telling
are
us
y'all at?
they telling us our podcast too healthy. They want us to
Yeah,
be in here
I've
cursing and
heard
being loud. Man,
I've
they don't want
heard
us to
that. Like,
agree.
nah, but you're never
I'll
gonna
tell you
get that
later,
out of
but
me.
I was like, what? I said,
You're
I'm
never gonna
sorry if you
get that
got
from me.
too. I said, I'm sorry if I'm in my emotional intelligent era. I'm a mindset
Yeah,
life coach. Imagine me being not intelligent, but I'm telling you how to be. I could lose it every now and then, but not in that aspect though.
and not in that aspect. Yeah.
I never heard nothing like that. I don't want to be on the messy side of TikTok. I'm on the hill side of TikTok. This is the hill side of TikTok. This is the hill side of YouTube. Okay, tune in. I'm not. We may get in a place with me and him. May like even that last one we had when we talk about the Chris Brown. That
Hmm.
may be the most loudest you gonna get.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, if you
And
want it,
even then, like,
we'll put a skit together for y'all if you like it.
nah, I ain't for no skits.
Right.
I ain't no
No
actor. You know
skitty.
what I mean? They gonna have to. Somebody gonna have to pay me for my
Right.
acting abilities.
Right. Get us 1,000 followers. We'll give you all the skit you want.
Right.
Skitty
Skin,
scat. She
put
want
on
me
the
to
whole Chappelle
like
show up in this mug.
dance. What?
You
Man,
know?
y'all can
Right.
keep that.
Right.
Because what I realized,
Definitely.
listening to that side, ain't nothing going on.
At
But
all.
that's what y'all
But
want? Are
mess,
you not
mayhem,
entertained?
drama. Right.
Drama. What
Right.
is it? What's the name? Tick Tick Mess? Ticky Mess? Something like that. Ticky Mess. Something with TikTok with mess. I was like, I can't. I can't. I'm over it.
No.
But I can honestly sit here saying, listening to the conversation, playing over, seeing experiences that I've been in, I can definitely see your perspective on this situation, why it may be impossible, but on the fact of I wouldn't play with somebody that's a friend that I may have dated or not, or maybe attracted to, and then make the person that I'm currently with uncomfortable. So I would definitely keep my distance and would never put myself in that predicament because you're right, things can happen.
Yeah.
But I'll say if I do have a friend that was there before a relationship, and I absolutely know that there's no way in ever I'm gonna be with this person, then I need my partner to trust me enough and believe in me enough, but also know that I will never do anything to make him feel insecure. And I'm always gonna validate his feelings, but I'm not gonna validate when he's wrong. I will hear you, and they're valid. It's your truth at the time, but you're not gonna use that to weaponize a friendship or make me feel something different or change my sense of direction when I'm already doing what I'm supposed to do as a woman. If that makes
Which,
sense.
yep, and that that right there will lead into another topic for another day.
Yeah, you think
As
so?
far as to the give and take of relationships,
Give and take?
give and take.
Is that the 50-50?
That's the 50-50. We're going to talk about that at a later date. I love that.
The 50-50? So what's your
The
last closing
50-50.
remarks about this We Can't Be Friends, Comply?
So,
What you
in
got to
my
tell the
view,
fellas or just the women? Let the women know. I don't know.
in my view, for the women, I would say this: um, be not deceived. Be not deceived. Um, there's a lot of folks um, that we can read spirits just the same way that women have been born with
Yeah.
intuition, men have been born with intuition. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Some
Rightfully so.
some intuition are stronger than others. My level of attentiveness is a much more heightened than some others. So I see
Okay.
stuff, I read stuff, I see signs and stuff. So if I bring this to your attention, I tell you I'm uncomfortable with it, I don't like certain things or whatever, I said that.
Then please
Listen
believe
to
me.
me when I'm telling you, because I'm not telling you from a place of an insecurity. It's a place of observation, because I watch things. I see how body language
I
is.
respect
I
that.
see how people move. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit up here and be because I'm confident in who I am and what I bring to any table, my presence being what it is. So I'm not going to ever throw salt on anybody or anything else like that. But if I see certain things and I'm watching and I'm looking, and I'm observing, and then I come to you and I bring this data that I have collected to you, don't summarily dismiss it as, oh, you just being insecure, or
Right.
you don't
Right.
know what you're
Right.
talking about.
Hear
You
and
know what I
see
mean?
what the person is saying. I absolutely
You
agree.
know,
Yeah.
So that's all I would say is that don't make a rash decision in regards to certain things, because certain things, when you're on the outside looking in, it's clearer.
It is. I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, this has been another episode of the Male and Female Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Shawna Speaks, and this is my dope co-host, Just Comply. Thank you,
Always a pleasure,
everybody.
Shauna. Always
Always,
a pleasure.
always, always. Thank you for
Until the
tuning
next
in.
episode.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us. Like, follow, subscribe, and comment. Email us. And have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night.
Good night.